married man. My wife has suffered a great deal, as you well know. I don't want her to suffer any more on my account. I need to uphold my vows.
She doesn't want you.
We
You
need
don't
to do
want
right by
her.
her, by our children.
Why are you afraid of her?
I'm not afraid.
You are. You are afraid of your father and your sister. You're going to run from them all your life. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not going to run from them. We'll fight them together. It's necessary.
You're a whore! Sons that is fit to bear my children, and you are not. I can't be in love with a whore. I can't have children with a whore. How many men have you been with? 500, 5,000?
Hi, I am Jenna, and this is a Young Twin Flame video. Now, I'm making this video about chastity or sexual purity because chastity is on the list of some men's definition of good when it comes to love and females. And so I think it's important to discuss this subject. And so this is a young twin flame video because the young women have not yet all made up their minds about this subject. The older women already are on their path, and so we'll just let them complete their journey as I did. And so this is a young twin flame video. Now, I have to tell you a secret that I have heard many, many times from men. And it all boils down to this. They've all said it in different ways, but this is what they mean. Yes, men do like sex, but they don't want you to do it. If you are what they consider a good girl, they don't want you to have sex with them. Now, I know this is confusing because they're always asking for it and they tell you every lie and trick they can think of to get you to do it. But if you don't, you gain their respect because you are a good girl. Now, I know it doesn't seem that way because when you're in school, the girls who put out are the ones who get the guys. But if you notice, very few of those relationships last more than a year. And probably nowadays, it's probably much less than that. And so, if that relationship lasts, then he cares about the young lady. But in most cases, as soon as you sleep with them, you go from being a good girl to being a slut. And so most boys throw you over in the slut pile and move on to the next conquest. Men are hunters. They seek to conquer. And so it's a challenge to see how many girls you can convince to sleep with you. And all they're doing is keeping score. Sometimes it's a competition, sometimes it's not. But no, if you're a good girl, they really don't want you to. And that is sincerely the truth. And I've been told this over and over again. And so if you want marriage, if you want to gain a man's respect, don't be easy. And I'd like some of you to try an experiment. You may be able to pull this off. Find a young man who had a good childhood and a good family that you're not particularly attracted to. Date him. Date him as long as he will date you, but don't ever do anything as far as sex with him. And I mean no sex. You can kiss, you can hug and do whatever, but no sex whatsoever. And if he's the right kind of guy, he will tell you that he's not ready for marriage, but when he's ready to get married, he'll come back and get you. And 9 times out of 10, that'll happen. And it doesn't matter if you've ever slept with anybody else or not. In this country, no, they don't really care that you've been with other guys. It's how you behave with them that counts. I had a friend growing up, his brother married this lady who was like the biggest slut in the whole neighborhood. She had slept with everybody but him. And for some reason, she held out on him, and he married her. And the whole family told him, and they were upset because he married this lady, but he didn't care. He married her anyway. So it's what they think of you that counts. And so even if you have a bad reputation already, you can change that. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Men really don't want you to sleep with them because they want to think of you as a nice girl. And so if you want marriage, you will keep this in mind and be very careful about who you sleep with. And so that's enough for now. And I'll talk to you guys later. We'll talk a lot more about this. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.